Greetings, YouTube. I would say maybe 5 times a year at most, I receive a message from a summoner talking about a specific lopsided rating matchup in Alliance War. We know that no Alliance War matchmaking system is perfect. It would be hard for me to imagine that there are any solutions out there that would make a perfect matchup every time. There are going to be advantages and disadvantages. And so, I think it's unrealistic to expect matchups to be great all the time, but hopefully most of the time, if I'm being optimistic. However, in the past 24 hours, a summoner by the name of Keen Monkey, if you don't believe me, that's what his lineup's called, Keen Monkey, reached out to me because he believes this is the most unfair, lopsided Alliance War match that he has ever seen, and he feels so bad for the alliance that his alliance got placed up against. Now, he does have a story that involves, new members kind of coming into the fold, and so some things might have gotten out of whack in terms of maybe when they placed, but they have a full alliance now. They are a 17 million rated alliance, 1,216 Alliance War rating, Season 15, Bronze 1. So yeah, it's bronze, right? But still, it's a 17 million rated alliance, and this is one of the huge problems that we're facing now in the matchmaking system, where you have these high million rated alliances in these really, really low tiers. And so they matched up the Controlled Collective, as they call themselves, with this alliance. And you can see Keen Monkey is in the left. If you zoom in, as we will, this is him. So in case you were thinking, oh, he got this image from somewhere else, they didn't really match up with this. 17 million alliance matched up with a Season 14 Stone 1 Alliance War placement last season. The war rating is 1216, right? So you'd think, all right, well, it's the same war rating. And maybe the Kabam algorithm thinks this is going to be perfect. But this is the problem with war rating. It doesn't always account for the size or the average rating of the alliance. This is a 17 million rated alliance. That is pretty dang high, especially for a Bronze 1 alliance. The average rating is 8,780 with a alliance total rating of 263,421. That's right. 17,387,000, which is more than 17 million of a rating higher than the Hunters. And maybe they're like the greatest Stone 1 alliance ever. Maybe they have killed it as a war rating and deserve all the props in the world. I would certainly like to think that. But these people have no chance. You've got a 17 million alliance versus 263,000 alliance. It's basically, when you're fighting defenders, like not even having champions on those nodes to defeat. And I appreciate that this summoner was honest and reached out to me, because normally it's the opposite, right? It's like, we got screwed over, we have no chance to win this alliance war, blah, 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 blah. But this was like, these guys got screwed over. They have no chance to win the alliance war. And so, I don't make the algorithm. I don't do alliance war. I don't know what goes into this. But what I do know is that there should be some backups in place when the war rating is so close. In this case, 1216 to 1216, it is literally the exact same, to make sure that we don't have a 17 million rated alliance going up against a 263,000 rated alliance. Because, it's a nightmare for them. So is this the most egregious matchup you've ever seen in terms of the overall rating of one alliance to another? Obviously, war rating is the same, so that can't be factored in. And do you think that there are any suggestions that you have to improve the Alliance War matchmaking system? I'm always up for reading comments and, talking about good ideas. I think Kabam, in their defense, has been pretty transparent in this regard, that they think that their system is broken and they need to continue to strive for a better system. I think what also happens that's really tough is when you have people who go to semi-retired alliances where they have these amazing accounts, but they just don't want to do hard wars with anything close to the top tier anymore. They can jump into an alliance that is in this, bottom tier of bronze, and yet they can have a pretty dang impressive roster, whereas you're fighting people who maybe haven't played the game for very long, And it reminds me of like the Mighty Ducks play the NHL, only instead of a Disney ending, they just lose. It's like the South Park ending for anybody who's seen that episode. Anyhow, I'm going to end this video here and say thanks for watching, and thank you again to Mr. Keen Monkey for letting me know about this matchup. It truly is crazy.